Jeevan me there.
Just that's just just trying to meet. You will start.
Okay. We can hear us. Can tell us that. Yes.
No where?
One every
Bata.
we can
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Secretary, sir. Respected
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Secretary, sir. Joint Secretary, ma'am, and our national electors from across the states, and our dear district electors from all over the country. A very welcome to all of you for this third round of Collector Samvad. It is truly encouraging to see the energy and commitment with which each of you has continued to participate with every interaction that we have held. Today, as always, we meet not just as administrators or as public servants, but as partners in one of India's most transformative development missions, which is the Jeevan mission. Friends, JJM has created one of the largest rural infrastructure networks in the world. Pipelines, reservoirs, pump houses, treatment systems, lakhs of household tap connections. All of them may stand across our villages as symbols of progress. But we all know that infrastructure alone is not enough. The real success of JJM will be measured not just by the number of taps we install, but by how many of them can deliver clean water every day, reliably, sustainably. The focus hence has now shifted from creation to functionality. And functionality of these systems can definitely not be achieved without the wholehearted involvement of our Gram Panchayats. No monitoring mechanism, no coaches, perhaps even no officer, no matter how educated, can ensure daily water supply in every habitation. That is where the role of district electors, district magistrates is so crucial. Over the last years, over the last couple of months, we have encouraged you to log into our JJM IMIS portal onto the DWSM dashboard. It may have perhaps burdened you with another dashboard, but the effort is to help you take just 1 minute out of your packed schedules to think deliberately about the rural pipe water supply system in your district. And I want to acknowledge here the tremendous response. Most of you have onboarded, and more than 530 electors have shared recordings of their DWSM meetings with us. At NJJM here, under the leadership of our Secretary Sir and Additional Secretary Sir, we have been reading your minutes, listening to your discussion, and it's very heartening to see how you raised very critical issues such as soil sustainability, O&M, tariff models, involvement of franchise, and also disaster preparedness in these meetings. They reflect both your leadership and your commitment to ensuring that the foundations that are being built today remain strong for decades. Today, I welcome and congratulate all the districts that have been selected to present. Your experiences will definitely inspire all others, so many of our colleagues here, and your innovations often will be answers to problems that are faced across the country. Today's Samvad will also give us the opportunity to discuss the commissioning and handing over protocol, which has been recently issued by our department. The 2019 operation guidelines of JJM clearly stated that schemes of Jal Jeevan mission must be handed over to panchayats. Now we delved into the details and we are defining Ghar. That is where your role as collectors is so important. Panchayat leaders look up to collectors not just as chairperson of DWSM, but as guides, mentors, and agents of change. When you speak, friends, communities listen, and systems tend to move. We all know that the spirit of the 73rd Constitutional Amendment and the vision of the father of our nation. They keep at heart that true governance lies closest to the people. Our contribution to our districts, therefore, must lie in building institutions that outlast us. Institutions that can sustain water supply long after pipelines are laid and contractors have left. A scheme can definitely not be considered complete until it is handed over to the Gram Panchayat. And no handover can be meaningful unless the Panchayat feels ownership, capacity, and pride in managing it. In fact, our recent Ghar Samvad reinforced this belief. We spoke directly to Panchayat functionaries and village representatives from across the country in their own languages and in their own words. We now have Gram Panchayat dashboard on the JBMIMIs where almost 85,000 Panchayat have accessed information about their schemes. When panchayats see their own data, how many households receive water, which schemes are functional in their village, what quality tests are showing, this knowledge has the potential to transform their relationship with the system. This is the kind of empowerment that no number of inspections can achieve. And sometimes empowerment is not necessarily digital. We believe that a wall painting in a village showing the water assets, their locations, and the responsible finance committee can achieve what no amount of monitoring apps or reporting formats ever can. When a village sees its own infrastructure displayed proudly at a public location, that is when ownership becomes natural and accountability becomes a lived reality. So we gathered here today for the third round of the Collector Samvad at Jal Jeevan Mission, and I request each of you to carry one message forward. If we empower from below, we won't need to monitor. Our panchayats are the custodians of rural water supply systems, and our infrastructure will endure only if our institutions are strong. Retail Friends has given our people the infrastructure. Now let us give them the capacity, the governance, and the community ownership that will keep water flowing in this infrastructure for generations. We look forward to learning from your experiences today and to continue this journey of partnership and shared purpose. I now invite our Secretary, Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Shri Ashok Kumar Meena sir, to kindly set the context for today's meeting. Thanks.
Thank you, Ankita, for eloquently pointing out the context in which we are holding the third district collector's Peyjal Samvad. The background that you gave, if all the collectors and every one of you have listened, then I think I don't have much to add to that. I would only just like to re-emphasize just a couple of issues. Dear friends, as you all know, the most basic thing for human survival is drinking water. And therefore, Jal Jeevan Mission, when it was launched in 2019 to provide drinking water in each household of the appropriate quality, was a transformative thing, but also the basic thing which a nation, when it wants to become a developed country, embarks upon. And therefore, friends, the asset creation for providing water in each household is progressing at a very fast pace. Almost 81% of the households in this country now have the taps in their houses, but those taps need to become functional household taps. That means these taps must provide water every day, 55 liters per capita per day, of the quality which is determined by BIS 10,500 standards, and the quality also is measured by everyone in the community. Accordingly, almost more than 5 lakh villages, we have provided the field testing kits in association with the state government, and almost more than 24-25 lakh women have been trained to test the water quality. Water quality testing and surveillance is one of the most important aspect of our JJM. So friends, having created the asset, having created the atmosphere for water testing, now is the time when, as Ankita said, every day water has to flow. That means operation and maintenance becomes important, and that operation and maintenance can only be done by the government which is closest to the users, and that incidentally happens to be the Gram Panchayat and the collector's institution, which oversees the governance at the district level administratively. So, dear friends, your task is cut out. We have provided you to assist a district water sanitation mission dashboard. This dashboard is not only for drinking water. This provides lot of other data. It will also enrich you with disease surveillance data, for example. It will give you the data with regard to how you are progressing in terms of the Jal Jeevan mission access issues. It will also provide you data in terms of the quality, and you can ensure that quality is tested from time to time as per the protocol laid down by the National Jal Jeevan Mission, so that a trust is built among the people that the water flowing from the taps is potable water, and it must be possible to drink the water directly from the taps. For that, you will have to take extra measures, ensure that everybody does the water testing, and operation and maintenance is done scientifically. So in this line, a lot of good work is being done by the districts. So we are thinking that the good work of some districts must be highlighted to rest of the districts, so that they can learn and they can outperform the better performing districts in coming days. So dear friends who are on the listening mode, this is a kind of challenge that you would learn from these 6 presentations today. Make your district so good that you will be making the presentation in coming times. This is the kind of competition for the better district that we would like to have everywhere. DWSM would keep on assisting you as much as possible through the technical portal, but the proof would lie if you hold the meetings every month and upload your minutes of the meeting, seek our assistance, technical assistance or whatever, seek the assistance of the state government, and ensure that your district becomes Har Ghar Jal reported district first, and then Har Ghar Jal certified district after some time. There are districts who would be listening today. They would find on DWSM that their district has been reported as Har Ghar Jal reported district, but it is yet to be certified. That means you need to work upon with the Gram Panchayat, do the certification of balance villages and the blocks, and then thereafter the district will be become a certified district. Dear friends, today morning I was with the honorable member of Niti Aayog, Mr. V.K. Paul. He was highlighting that providing quality water is one of the not only a noble thing but also one of the key ingredients for improving the human resources in this country in terms of the health parameters, in terms of the healthy society that we want to see in this country. So you, all of you and all of us together are actually going to contribute substantially to the improved human resources of this country in future. So whatever investment we do, the highest returns happen from the water supply assets and operation and maintenance. So with these words, I would like to listen to all of you. I think we have a small presentation from the department about commissioning and handing over protocol where communities have to be involved. The Gram Panchayat, Sarpanchis also, we are running a separate dialogue with them. So they are also quite enthused, just like collectors are enthused, and they also want to support the whole issue of providing safe, clean drinking water regularly through JJM assets. With these words, I close my opening remarks and request the collectors and our presenters to be brief but to the point as much as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your opening remarks. Now I will make a request to Sumit Devidasi, Deputy Advisor, who are making a presentation on commissioning and handing over.
Thank you so much for your permission. Thank you for being here. For our next 25 minutes, we'll walk through the commissioning and handing over protocol for rural pipe-water supply schemes. And our focus will be structured timelines, rigorous validation methods, the best practices, that would ensure sustainable community ownership of these systems. These 12 parts form the same phase of responsibility, and each phase builds on the
अक्टूबर
outcome of the
11 जुलाई को निकाल दिया है,
creating
तो
a
आपको भेज दूंगा।
step-by-step validation framework that leads nothing to chance. This commitment process typically spans 1 to 3 months, covering all activities required between the construction, completion,
इनको तो उसमें वीडियो समेत भी अपलोड करवा रहे
and validation,
हैं। 11 जिलों का प्रेजेंटेशन के साथ और नाम
Legal operational community involvement or managing is part of the structural schedule. It is a sequential and structural approach that we are trying to follow. The protocol is designed to be systematic and diagnostic mode. And at each stage, outcomes are documented, validated, and used to guide the next phase. This cumulative approach ensures that no critical aspect is ever overlooked and that the system is not handed over until it is ready, safe, sustainable, and fully functional. Next. The first phase, establishing the foundation of accountability. This includes finalizing the as-built drawings, verifying design compliances, and conducting a complete effect assessment. Independent technical personnel verifying every element of the infrastructure, such as index structures, pumping stations, pipelines, storage tanks, treatment units, and distribution networks against the approved designs and BIS standards. This external validation prevents the conflict of interest that derives from contractor self-certification. All deviations from the original specifications are recorded. We also integrate digital asset mapping with geotagging, feeding into the Gati platform to create a centralized national infrastructure record. Copy of these maps would then be displayed in the village level dashboards, sustaining transparency and community trust. The detailed visual inspection is then conducted for the pipes, pumps, valves, storage tanks, treatment units, water meters, electrical panels, and control systems. Every defect, whether it is a leak, misalignment, rusting, or incomplete work, is duly documented. This process helps build a preventive register, ensuring that minor issues are addressed before they go into major operational failures. Next. Phase 2 begins with hydrostatic pressure testing of pipelines. Pipelines are pressurized to their design limits to check the joint strength and the structural soundness. There are different testing for high pressure pipelines and low pressure pipelines. Next, a systematic check of all tap connections, household, community, and institutional is carried out to ensure final mile reliability. After leak testing, the system undergoes flushing and disinfection. Water is circulated to remove debris or sediments, followed by chlorination as per PPHU and WHO guidelines. At concentrations between 0.2 to 0.5 milligrams per liter at the household level. These are the free residual chlorine which has to be maintained to ensure that there are no bacteriological contamination in the entire system. We then conduct flow and capacity testing, confirming that all distribution points can deliver at least 55 liters per capita per day at a minimum pressure head of 7 meters. This will ensure that system meets the JJM guideline standards even during the peak demand. Next, we test the complete range of chemical water quality parameters. These include pH, turbidity, fluoride, arsenic, iron, nitrate, and others. Samples are collected at the source, treatment plant, distribution points, and household taps. All analyses are performed through an accredited laboratories, ensuring credible and compliant results. The residual chlorine level need to be confirmed that it lies above 0.2 ppm. Mechanical and electrical equipment are rigorously tested. Pumps and motors are assessed for voltage current, vibration alignment, and operational noise. Valves and control devices are evaluated under actual load so that they do not heat during the actual operation of the system. The monitoring and evaluation mechanisms such as SCADA, IoT sensors are validated for their accuracy, communication reliability, remote monitoring capabilities. tests for chloride and total conforms are also performed to guarantee microbial safety before the final run of the scheme is taken. Physical parameters such as color, odor, and taste are checked to ensure the acceptability. Finally, instruments such as flow meters and pressure gauges are seen to ensure accurate ongoing monitoring and complete, easy to understand reading. Next. Operational validation and community integration usually last minimum for 14 days. Here we monitor water flows, pressure, quality, and even energy consumption throughout the period. This helps identify the issues early and gives confidence that the system can operate reliably under varying load conditions. Joint inspection and community awareness are carried out with the engineers, Gram Panchayat representatives, village water sanitation committee, and community members to infuse the confidence and ownership into the system. This collaborative evaluation ensures shared understanding and accountability further. Awareness programs are also conducted involving ASHA workers, schools, and self-help groups. These sessions help communities understand how the system works, address concerns such as chlorine test, and ultimately foster community ownership. Next. The final phase compiles all testing protocols, results, corrective actions, and recommendations into a comprehensive commissioning report. User-friendly manuals, including visual hints and explanation in local vernacular language, are provided to PWSC and Gram Panchayat. It would not be out of place to mention, if not to scale, schematic diagram is placed at some prominent location in the village so that everyone is made aware of the pipe water supply schemes. The digital integration and long-term monitoring is an integral component of JJM schemes. All JJM schemes need to be digitally mapped and integrated with national performance platforms such as RPWSS, PM Shakti, and of course, monitoring and evaluation platforms such as WPMIS, JJM, IMIS, etc. The objective is to have transparent and sustainable transfer of RPWSS from implementing agencies to Gram Panchayat and VWSC in alignment with the JJM guidelines. The key goals include transferring all physical assets and financial records, establishing clear ownership mechanisms, enabling evidence-based monitoring, ensuring time-bound transition, and fostering genuine community stewardship. Next. The handing over protocol is next to the commissioning protocols. So what would be the key goal, what would be the key outcomes of the handovers? It is infrastructure transfer to community institution, that is GPVWSC. Handing over water supply system from the implementing agencies to legally constituted community institutions according to JJM implementation timeline is a must. Then, next step. Community monitoring. Establish mechanisms to enable regular assessment and reporting of service continuity, water quality parameters, and physical asset condition by community members. Community participation for enhanced awareness and active involvement in water supply system management, resulting in improved sustainability and reduced infrastructure deterioration rates is also important. Operational capacity of GP and VWSC capabilities and their capabilities to independently manage the operation and maintenance activities while adhering to the defined technical standards and performance benchmark is fulcrum to the success of the RPWSS. Along with this, the institutional arrangement and financial viability cannot be underestimated. What would be next? What would be the prerequisite for the handing over? Before handing over, 7 conditions need to be met. The village must be declared Ghar Jal, which is declaration of agricultural certification, with 100% household tap connection. The entire scheme must be fully functional with adequate pressure and flow measurements. All safety and quality standards must be met, and the VWSC must have received O&M training and demonstrated operational readiness. Next. There would be 7 categories of readiness. The system has to be completely leak-free. Water quality parameters are ensured. O&M training has been imparted to all the operational people. Functional VWC should be there. If it is not been, if the functional, if the VWC have not been constituted, it need to be constituted. Detailed asset inventory need to be made in place and available to everyone in the GT. Community awareness and system walkthroughs must have been taken place, and financial readiness with VWC bank accounts, if not created, must have been there. User service charges must be spoken to the community so that they are aware as to what service charges they are going to be paid for the quality service delivery. Next. The essential documents for handover are asset registers, as-built drawings, preventive maintenance schedules, standardized O&M records, water quality monitoring records. If any of these documents are not ready, they need to be made available to the community because they are essential and integral part of O&M activities. And they also form the institutional memory needed for long-term operations. Next. If all these things are done, then we move forward for Jal Arpan Divas, which is a celebration of ownership. Based on the community rituals or their following, different communities can have their own Jal Arpan Divas procedure. But during this time, usually villagers will offer water from the source, symbolizing the formal transfer of responsibility to Gram Panchayat and the VWC. This event celebrates collective achievement and reinforces community accountability. Yes. If we summarize everything before handing over, during handing over, and after handing over, I will just read out what would be the most essential parts. Before handing over, we have to ensure all works are complete, staff and the community are trained, documentation is complete, technical assessment are also completed. During the handing over, the Gram Sabha approves the process. A formal MOU is signed and Jal Arpan Divas is celebrated. After the handing over process, regular monitoring, continuous training, technical support and performance tracking is there. Next. If one wants to delineate what would be the activity flow for Jal Arpan Divas, it starts from the transact walk of the entire infrastructure along with all the stakeholders, a formal handover and signing of the documents, sensitization workshops for GC and VWC members, conforming to bank accounts for financial activities, plan and sensitization on user service charges and revenue generation models, if any, joint inspection, workshops and orientation sessions, and self-assessment exercise need also to be taken by the local community. Focus group discussions, followed by a special Gram Sabha which endorses the entire transition. Next. The activity on Jal Arpan Divas is for strengthening the community bond with the infrastructure in place. The participatory activity may include Jal Bandhan, which is symbolic activity at time of protective thread around the key assets. Jal Arpan, which is ceremonial water offering, pledge ceremonies to safeguard the scheme, cultural programs, folk songs, plays, and performance celebrating overall water security. And these activities will ultimately create emotional connection and reinforce long-term community ownership. By following these structured protocols and deepening the community partnership, we can ensure that rural water supply schemes remain sustainable, resilient, and beneficial for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sumit. Now it's time for making a presentation by the deputy commissioners. First of all, I would like to make a request to the Mr. Abhilash Barnwal, Deputy Commissioner, Rebui, Meghalaya. Mr. Abhilash Barnwal. Abhilash. Okay.
Just let me ask you. Abhilash, are you available? Abhilash? Okay, if there is any connectivity issue, then we can take up the other district, then we'll come back to Ribhol.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Thiru M. Pratap, District Collector, Tiruvallur, Tamil Nadu. Mr. Pratap.
Good.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, actually, our collector is in the SIR work and the approaching storm preparations, sir. Preparedness for the cyclone and other things. Now I am additional collector development. The collector is presenting the best practices through district of Tamil Nadu, sir.
Okay. I think he's also not prepared. So I think we can go to the other state. We can go to Mizoram, Mamit.
DC Mamit.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
So, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. Next slide, please. Sir, Mamit district of Mizoram, we have three RD blocks. One is Rayek block, second is West Highland block, and third is Zolnum block. And in Rayek block, we have 22 habitations. And West Highland block, we have 23 habitations. And Zolnum block, we have 46 habitations. All are 100% functional household internet connection. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. You are
Yeah.
visible and audible also.
Out of the 91 habitations, all are 100% FHTC. So, and out of all these 91 villages, 9 are hamlets, and 82 villages are registered in the IMIS under Ghar, and out of that, 78 has been certified, and pending certification is 4 villages. So next slide, please. So we will focus on the Lallen village for the best practices here in Mamit district, which is only 190 households and 950 persons only. So next, please. So we are aiming for 24/7 water supply at Lallen village, which we have achieved. And it is based mainly on community-led initiative, replacement of all NRDWP pipes, rainwater harvesting structures, procurement of necessary tools and plants. Next, please. There are 2 existing water supply schemes. One is the gravity-fed water supply scheme funded under Shwajal Dara in 2002. And another is solar pumping scheme from JJM. And this gravity water supply scheme has been augmented from state maintenance fund. And the village Watson committee is collecting a fee of rupees 150 per household. And the average collection is around 28,500 per month, which is self-sufficient for maintaining the O&M. So under this collection from the household, they have the village Watson committee have made a rainwater harvesting structure above the reservoir, which is essential, especially during the monsoon season when the solar pumping cannot be done properly due to cloudy weather. And the village Watson committee engaged one person for operation and maintenance of Lallan water supply scheme. Next. And the OM worker is changed every month among the Watson committee members. In case there is no applicant for OM workers for a particular month, the person engaged in the previous month will continue to perform the O&M works. The O&M worker is paid rupees 6,500 per month. He is operating the solar pumps and also water distribution. The Watson committee purchased this petrol engine welding generator for necessary welding of pipes and other O&M works. Walkie-talkie is also purchased for O&M. These are all done through the fund collected from the households. Grey water is managed by constructing soak pit under SVMG. Moreover, Lallan is sparsely populated. Some of the grey water generated is utilized for kitchen gardening also. The next, you can see the community participating in cleaning of the solar water panels. And on the side, you can see the village Watson committee building a rainwater harvesting structure. Next. Next, please. Oh, okay. That is the soak pit for grey water collection. Previous slide, please. Okay. On the left, you can see the soak pit for grey water collection, and on the right, you can see the reservoir covered with GI roof, which is collecting rainwater during the rainy seasons. And next slide, please. Here you can see the solar plant, the control room, and the sump. Next slide, please. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for making the presentation from Ribhoi. Sorry, Mamit. This district from Mizoram is very, very important. I would like to know from you about the functioning of DWSM in your district, whether regular meetings are taking place, what are the agenda of your meetings. Would you like to give some idea about your DWSM meetings?
Usually the DWSM meetings takes place in an interval of around 1 or 2 months, depending on the necessity of or the issues. It is usually proposed by the senior EEPWD in charge of the Mamit Watson division.
See that we have issued a number of advisories to the deputy commissioners for the regular conduct of district meeting, DWSM meetings.
Yes, sir.
On monthly basis, and we have also provided the dashboard to all the districts. We expect you to conduct a DWSM meeting on monthly basis.
Okay,
we have
sir.
also provided you the space in the JJM IMIS where you can feed your details regarding your meeting.
Okay, sir.
We have also issued one advisory regarding revised NREGA guidelines. Now, under the revised guidelines of NREGA, the district can utilize the available fund for the source sustainability. So
Okay,
that is
sir.
very, very important. So you need to coordinate with various stakeholder departments in your DWSM so that your source strengthening can take place.
Okay, sir.
As we understand that sources are depleting, drying in the hilly areas, and if I am not wrong, then similar situation is also prevailing in Mizoram.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the sources. So
Yeah.
all the district collectors to focus on the source sustainability through
Hmm.
various means, and the role of district collector and DWSM is very, very important. So I think you are paying attention to all those things.
That was discussed in the meeting in the last DWSM, and we are pursuing it, sir. We are
Okay.
planning to make this reserve for area kind of thing for the sources, water
Okay.
sources.
Okay, so thank you, Mamit, for making the presentation. We would like you to continue your effort in your district. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Now, may I request Sri A.S. Dinesh Kumar, Collector and DM, Aluri Sita Rama Raju from Andhra Pradesh.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead, Dinesh.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Dinesh Kumar, sir, Collector and District Magistrate of Alluri Sita Ramaraju District, sir. Sir, this district is unique in its feature. It's a predominantly a tribal district, sir, and around 80% of the terrain comes under forest, and we have around 1.5 million population, out of which around 80% are tribals, and we have one of the largest PVTG populations in this district, sir, and in the state as well, sir. So this district, especially this JJM, has actually given a very strong statement of connecting households. Whereas as a typical district, sir, I have 430 GPs having around 4,800 hamlets. So it's very, very vast. At the same time, sparsely populated as well, sir. This has a specific challenge, especially coming to the hilly terrain, and the very unreliability of the groundwater. So we have seasonal variation. Sometimes goes between in the rainy seasons. For example, mandals like Jeemadugla, Araku valleys. The groundwater level will be around 10 meters during the rainy season, and it would go up to 30 to 40 meters during the summers. So there will be a very vast groundwater table fluctuations here. And we have one of the largest, highest number of unconnected habitations. We have around 1,200 hamlets which are yet to be connected through all-weather road. And but geographically or morphologically also, we have a fragile landscape where we have boulders followed by loose soil. So wherever we go for any borewells, it get collapses and the muddy water comes up. So here our OPEX cost is also higher when comparing to other plain areas. We just calculated one of the village called Gaduturu, where we have also declared as a Har Ghar Jal village. Where we have around 35 hamlets in a GPs, and we have 56 pockets, total pockets of habitations spread in this GP. And we spent around 222 lakhs, 2 crores and 22 lakhs to cover all the hamlets. But the O&M, what we have calculated is coming to around 30% around, 20% of the total capex. So this is something very typical. I'm just trying to portray the difficulty of implementing and the challenges what this district faces during the JGM. And we have also shared the success stories, how we overcome and how we are beating that challenge. So as far as the JJM is concerned, in a nutshell, we have around 4,625 hamlets, out of which around the works in around 1847 hamlets have been completed under JJM, and 2,772 hamlet works are in progress. It is around coming to around 40% of the overall hamlets covered under JJM. Next. So, sir, like I said, the unique challenges during during the planning of our projects in all these hamlets, we took these three parameters before we prepare the estimates. One, we take care of the geographical constraints of that particular hamlet or the project, seeing how what is the elevation which it is that hamlets are situated, and how the pockets of settlements are arranged in that particular hamlet, and what is a fluctuation of the groundwater availability. We take the local database from any available agriculture, bore wells and other local data we gathered, and we plan it according to the geographical constraints. Then we also look into the operational constraints once we float the bid, the contractors are doing the recce and finding out that this material transportation to these areas are a challenge, and a lot of people go back and they forbid the bids, and they're not participating. So we see what are the best possible to reach out the habitations, and how good is the power supply. If we are going to connect it to the grid, how good is the reliable is the power supply, and is there any availability of the local skilled manpower, because the people who are brought from outside are expensive. So we are trying to gather some skilled manpower in situ in the same hamlets. So we have a system during our district water sanitation meetings. We discuss these three items: the geographical, operational, institutional issues, and gather coordination convergence from various departments. So, for example, thanks to Jeevan, we were able to give we brought a lot of habitation from the off-grid to electricity grid. And in the material transportations, we were able to form many roads with the help of the MG and REGA funds. And we are also doing a lot of skill development with the help of local NGOs to train the local youths to take care of the solar panels and the electrical ecosystems and all. And third is about the institutional issues. So for the existing already completed projects, how good is this VWSs, our village water sanitation committees, their composition or their operations and working and all, we assess. And if at all anything to be any capacity building to be done, we are taking up on a special request from the field agencies. And multiple agencies, like I said, district water management authorities are helping us to create a lot of small check dams and other things where we have to depend on any surface water. And the local panchayat and panchayat sarpanch and the members, their acquaintances into the projects were brought down by the PRRD department. And ITDA, this is mine is a schedule 5 area, and we have integrated tribal development agencies. So we are also using those agencies to do bringing this convergence into these areas. Next. So we took some 4 to 5 cases where we have overcome this geographical, operational, and institutional challenges, and how we were able to achieve our goal of giving 24/7 house-to-house connectivity of water, drinking water, with the entitled 55 LPCD is the case here. So this case one is a place in Nerudubanda village in Jeevan block. This place has to be reached by 12-kilometer walk by foot, and this 3 villages, 3 small pockets were never connected with any kind of protected water supply. Because of the unconnectivity, even the rigs couldn't reach out to this place for last several years. And this time we did one, beginning of the JJMs in the month of March 2025. We took a census of what are the spring sources in the entire district. So we did a census in every village with the help of the local elders, and we were able to identify very beautiful springs which are perennial, which were not used for drinking water. This is one such example. We found a source around 2.5 kilometers from the habitation, and 1 kilometer from the habitations, and this source could able to give us around 0.5 to 1 liter per second of output. And we have drawn around 2.5 kilometer of HDPE pipelines which follow the contour, and we first connected a collection point where we've given a small sand filtration. Then from there we brought it through our transmission lines to the villages, and we've distributed to the villages. And all the 3 villages were 3 pockets of villages like Nerudubanda, Chinnaprolu, and Sidabanda has been connected through this network, and now they have without any kind of a power, without any kind of effort, now they have a 24/7 power supply, 24/7 water supply for all their households. So this is one success story where the local springs been tapped with the help of the local community, and the project was also implemented because of the terrain and unconnectivity. The local youths and the people masons have helped us in laying and planning for this transmission lines. And it now this village is 100% connected, and we have also registered for Har Ghar Jal. Next. So this is a second case where this village was totally out of the grid. Sir. There was no electricity when we started the project, and later on, thanks to JJM, we connected another redundant supply through a grid as well recently, 1 month back. So this place previously this village was using only the nearby stream to drink the water, which was muddy, and it was also fluctuating. The output was also fluctuating during the summer season. But fortunately, we were able to find a reliable groundwater source in this village. So we dig a bore well and we connected. It was an off-grid village, so we installed a solar pump for pumping this water, and we stored in around 5 to 10 kl of storages in this Bangarametta village. And the source is also the output is also very well protected with the help of the villages. And the solar panels and other motors, electrical equipments were properly handled by the local youths. And because of the effort from the department and the community mobilization, finally the VWSCs were activated and they were ready to contribute some user charges for maintaining these assets as well. So now this village, now it gets 24/7 water supply with the help of the solar system, and now we have got a redundant power supply as well. So this village also from the off grid, we brought it to grid, as well as this is the 100% connected village in one of the remotest villages in the Mandal. Next. This is a case 3 is about how the community involvement in terms of water quality management. So in this village we have I mean there was a stream where the villagers were used to take water for drinking, but unfortunately the same stream was also used for bathing, for washing of clothes, even washing of cattle, and we used to get a lot of health related issues from these villages. And with the help of the local community, we created this place where the water main was protected with the help of compound wall, and we created into a community asset where people were using for walking, or they have a community meetings here, and they decorated, and a lot of meetings are happening in this particular compound. And we also made this spring sources as a part of the deity. So now we protected the spring head, and the local villagers every Friday they go worship and take care of the cleanliness of the spring as well. So bringing some kind of a religious fervor to the springs have helped to protect this springs, which previously used to misused or abused for different purposes that we brought up. So we this Jala Devalayam concept of protecting the water assets came up very well, and the local youths have been trained for, especially women were used to, women were trained for utilizing these FTK kits, and they are checking the pH stability, chlorination, chlorine value, nitrate, and iron in this village every 2 to 3 days, and they're also updating online with the help of the local Sachivalayam employees who are the engineering assistants in Andhra Pradesh, who help them handhold to do this. So this is one very beautiful project which connected around 5 habitations and given connectivity to around 529 households. And the community took it very with pride that previously they were drinking all this muddy water, and they've got house to house clean water, which they have taken up very well. And the entire assets as well as the source were properly protected by the community after this initiative. Sir. Next. So this is another multi-village success project. So this is basically started with the planning. So whatever the grids, whatever the in the southeast corner, whatever the blocks, what we see was prepared by the local community, because they identified the different spring sources, the routes in which this contour, which contour routes and contours in which these pipelines, transmission pipelines to be taken, and how they want to connect the villages. So everything was done by the local community with the help of the engineers, and this planning helped us very well. So normally here the JJM, we bring out a plan and propose to the villages, and not everyone would participate in the planning process, but this MVS was that from the beginning, the community involvement were there, and it was also successfully done with the help of the local knowledge. And this is we can see the trains, the terrains. It is connecting around 30 habitations with the different levels of terrain, and very precisely navigated with our HDP pipelines, and the levels were properly maneuvered by the engineers, and this connectivity was done. And we have got a very good source of spring here also, where around 2 to 3 liter per second of output has been achieved, and the entire network was connected through gravity. There was no use of any kind of power, grid or solar. This is completely run through a gravity, and it is working very well, because the villages also take up initiative to do this patrolling of these HDP pipelines once in a while, so that any kind of damage by any cattle or any kind of a vehicular movement, so they were able to avoid by giving marking over the vulnerable locations. So this, as the local community was involved from the right from the planning, so the O&M was also taken up by them very successfully. So with now all the sources, all the spring sources, now we have taken up under spring shed management under MG and Rega, and we are also building a wall and other structures to protect these springs as well. Next. The fifth case is how well we groom these village water sanitation committees. Initially, that gave a lot of fruit in a couple of mandals or blocks in the district, sir. We had a good partnership with one NGO called VJNS, NNS, and they had a specialist, especially in the water budget and water resource planning and training. And they were really handy in terms of going to the community, bringing the awareness about this water resources. And here, the community is doing all these valve operations, the metering and the leak detections and chlorinations in a very, very successful manner. Even without the support of the Gram Panchayat as well, there are local community committees have been formed, which is overseen or monitored by the Panchayat, but they were really handy in doing any kind of repairs then and there, which is coming up. So this success story, we are just emulating in other two mandals. First we did it in two mandals, and another two mandals also we are taking help of this VGNNS and covering their expertise in bringing this, bringing the local resources to take up this repairs and monitoring of this our JJM assets. Next. So finally, sir, this district is a typical district which requires a lot of planning and execution effort comparing to the other plain areas. What we have identified in terms of the schemes and sanctions is it, we have individual we have individual hamlets, small projects have been identified and executed, mostly wherever the groundwater is available. We go for the bore wells, which, like I said, there is a huge seasonal variations. We are these things were defeated for the long time being. So we are now coming out with the larger multi-village scheme corridors, which we require somehow more kind of a support in terms of budget and technical support, so that we cover more villages, and we can also reduce the duplication of assets in the small hamlets. And our budget is also based upon the population. In these areas, like I said, the population is less and they are very scattered. So we wanted unit-based projects rather than population-based projects in our area. And third is that, like I said, this IEC and training on this village water sanitation committees and the community, as well as this FTK, handling by the villages are very, very important, which initial days we started with the formation on paper, and we trained once and left them, but they were not able to pick up what we have done. But what we've seen in these 4 mandals, when we have to handhold them at least for 1 year, at least in every 3 months, we have to keep touch base and understand what are the problems, and we need to create the new awareness and the management practices to this VWS team. If we do this continuously, definitely we are seeing a lot of sustainability in terms of handling these assets in a successful manner. And the community ownership also increased when we do this IEC time and again. So we required some budgets or some kind of a support from the IEC side given to the districts as well. So these are our support required from ASR. So that's all from my side, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dinesh, for making the presentation. And I understand your district is a aspirational district
Yes, sir. It's an aspirational district. Yes, sir.
and aspirational block also.
Yes, sir. We have 3 blocks, and the entire district is also aspirational district, sir.
Okay, so now we have requested Niti Aayog, as they are sending the CPOs for all the aspirational districts and aspirational blocks. We have requested them to request the CPOs to discuss the issues related to Jal Jeevan Mission with the concerned district collectors whenever they are visiting their blocks or their districts. So whatever we have written to all the district collectors, we have provided all those correspondence to the CPOs. They will come during their visit and they will interact with the district collectors and they will take the feedback also. So that is very, very important. So to apprise all the district collector, I will take this opportunity that during the visit of CPOs deputed by Niti Aayog, please interact with them, please update, apprise them about the activities of Jal Jeevan Mission. They will come back with more updated information from the field to the headquarters, and whatever innovative ideas and actions you have taken, you can communicate to the headquarters through the CPOs. And you can also communicate your challenges and your requirements through the CPOs. So I would like to draw the attention of all the district collectors and their teams. So whenever the CPOs from aspirational districts and aspirational blocks are visiting your place, please spend some time for Jal Jeevan Mission and please update them so that they should be aware and they should come back with proper information. That is first request to all the district collectors. Second, my colleague Sumit Priyadarshi made a presentation about commissioning and handing over protocol. We have issued the guidelines from Jal Jeevan Mission. We have communicated to all the states. In fact, our Honorable Jal Shakti Minister has written to all the Honorable Chief Ministers and all Honorable MPs. As Honorable MPs are aware about the new guidelines, they will start asking the districts during the review in their Disha meetings. So my request to all the district collectors to please go through the commissioning and handing over protocol issued by the ministry and by the mission. We are going to provide this soft copy in your dashboard. You can provide.
Yes.
Okay, so it will be available to the district collectors on their dashboard. But you can see it from your dashboard, and you can just have a look, ask your officers to work on it. What are our requirements from the district collectors? Because this is a very, very important segment. What we have seen that while handing over, we don't pay proper prior attention and proper attention for uninterrupted water supply. So now this time we have asked the engineering department to ensure minimum 15 days of running water supply arrangement before handing over the scheme to the community or the panchayat. That is very, very important, and community should know about the functioning of the drinking water supply system. Otherwise, they will not be interested to take it over. So that is very, very important. And we also request all the district collectors to publicize it in local language and dialects. Every Gram Sabha should know what is the protocol, what are the processes, so that we can make people more aware about this thing. So these are the things. I wanted to communicate to all the district collectors through you, Dinesh, and you made a good presentation. And your district is also German district. So my request would be to ensure 100% saturation to every PVTG population.
Definitely should. Sure. Thank you, sir.
One question from Dinesh ji. Can you explain what are the PRA tools used for engaging the local community?
First, we started with participated rural appraisal techniques to understand what are all the assets available, water resources available, and the local traditional knowledge about the springs. Because, like I said, we are out of 4,625 villages. We have a spring dependence on around 2,600 villages. So previously, our traditional way of drinking water supplies scheme or things goes for the bore wells, and we have almost 90% of a failure rate in this. But this is useful. Second, in water testing quality, chlorination and all, the FTK results are all updated in our dashboard in with the state government as well. So local Panchayat Raj is helping in terms of initial planning, and wherever the O&M gap, what is not which cannot be accommodated with the VWS user charges being borne by the Panchayat Raj institutions. And thirdly, we have other schemes which is coming by, especially any kind of check dams under special minor irrigation where we need to augment any water supply sources. We are taking up those activities in that, and any kind of small drainages which require for diversion of the springs which coming into the drinking water source has been taken up. These small activities have been taken up by the Gram Panchayats.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you for making the presentation, and we are looking forward for your better performance in your district. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to make a request, Srimati Komal Mittal, Deputy Commissioner, SAS Nagar, Punjab.
ഏസിനകത്ത് വരുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ മാടപ്പള്ളിയുടെ പിന്നെ
Srimati Komal Mittal. Komal Mittal, are we audible?
Okay, if she is not there,
Sir,
then
good
let
evening,
us.
sir. Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Komal. Please go ahead. You are visible and audible also.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm DC Mohali, also SAS Nagar, Shahibzada Jeet Singh Nagar. So I'll start with a brief overview of the district. So district SAS Nagar is right on the border of Chandigarh and Himachal Pradesh. It's the northeastern district of the state of Punjab. And it is one of the most rapidly urbanizing district in the state. Reason being its proximity to Chandigarh, and lot of population is moving in here from the other parts of Punjab and from Himachal Pradesh. So I'm very proud to say that we achieved the 100% coverage tap connection status since July 2020. We were the first in the state of Punjab and one of the early district in this country to achieve this status. So all over 340 villages and all the schools and Anganwadis in the districts are connected with the tap connections. Next slide, please. So I'll share the few key achievements which we have achieved in this journey. We have a very planned framework which have been, next slide please. Next slide. So there has been a comprehensive approach which has been used to implement this strategy. So we had district action plans prepared for the 100% coverage converted into the village action plans. all of the villages have this action plan implemented. So we have 100% of the coverage, not just in terms of tap hole connection, but also 100% gram panchayat and village and sanitation committees have been formed. We recently restructured these committees after our elections of the gram panchayat. There are total 362 GPWSCs which are functioning in the district, and each GPWSC is it comprises of 11 members, which include the sarpanch, the women member, and the SC member. And also there is a technical member from the department, State Department of Water Supply and Sanitation, to give all the technical support. So for the conservation initiatives, we have taken a lot of initiatives like plantation. Here in Punjab, we follow Nanak Bagichi, which is very similar to the Miyawaki concept of afforestation. We are ensuring that such forests are planted near the water schemes. Along with this, we are also converging with a lot of other schemes like Narega, the departments, Forest Department, Soil Conservation Department, Drainage Department. Under Swachh Bharat Mission, we ensure this convergence, which helps in the good implementation of scheme. We have built lot of recharge structure, check dams, rainwater harvesting structure to ensure conservation simultaneously under these other schemes. Sir, as I mentioned that we have recently restructured all our GPWSCs in the last 1 year only, and extensive training of each of the GPWSC has been done to ensure that they are enable to implement the scheme properly. The technical and the required financial support is also given to them. To enable them, we have provided POS machines for the bill collection. I'm again very happy and proud to say that our revenue collection is almost 90% with this simple innovation of giving POS machines to the pump operators who go house to household and ensure that the bills are collected from the villagers. Next, please. Sir, we have 100% functional household tap connections. We are the first in the state of Punjab and sixth in the country to achieve this ambitious target. We have ensured all the documentation, and all our documentation is also visible on eJal Shakti portal. Sir, each household is getting 70 LPCD of the water requirement, which is almost the recommended water requirement to maintain the basic requirements of sanitation and hygiene. Sir, a few of our villages, which are mainly in the Kandi area or the semi-hilly terrain, they have lesser water supply, and we have new schemes coming up for which will augment the water supply here. There are total 34 schemes which have been planned by the department recently, and will be implementing them through state resources. Sir, each household, in fact 100% household, are receiving potable water regularly, and we are ensuring that the schemes are reliable. Next slide, please. Sir, all 340 gram panchayats have been declared Har Ghar Jal, and the certification has been received on 31st of July 2025. For community engagement, we are ensuring that there are regular meetings of GPWSC with the technical support from the department, and we also ensure that Gram Sabhas, where community engagement can happen, is there. There is a constant effort to maintain the dialogue and address any concern which is being faced in running these water supply scheme. To ensure the quality, so we have a state-of-art lab which is established here, where we ensure 100% testing of these water samples. Next slide, please. So in the previous presentation, we were discussing about the meetings of the district level committee. We have monthly review meetings which are held, and we are also uploading these proceedings on the portal. We are also uploading the proceedings on the portal regularly. So there is a...
Yeah, please go ahead.
So there is a real-time monitoring through the IMS portal, which is integrated with all the Gram Panchayats, and it provides a transparent and data-driven monitoring. So for grievance redressal, again, we have an innovation here in the state of Punjab. We have a 24/7 complaint center, toll-free center is maintained, which is also called SNK Shikayat Nivaran Kendra. Sir, at this Kendra, we attempt that all the complaints are addressed within 5 days period. In general, the response time is a couple of hours, but within 5 days, we close all the complaints to the satisfaction of the complainant and the customer. There is also a feedback system which has been maintained in this complaint grievance redressal system where we seek the satisfaction of the customer. Next slide, please. So here in SAS Nagar, we also host the regional water testing laboratory of the state. And at this lab, it's a state-of-art lab where all kind of tests are available, ranging from chemical to the bacteriological tests. Sir, we have done comprehensive testing for all the pre-monsoon and post-monsoon water samples. If there is any problem found anywhere, we take immediate actions. There is a cross-checking from other departments also. For example, health department takes the sample from the source and get these tested across the lab. And if there is any discrepancy between the two samples, it is immediately addressed through the district level monitoring committee. All these reports are also available online and are shared across all the stakeholders. Next slide, please. So this is again about a regional water testing laboratory. So it's also ISO compliant, and we have a qualified team of scientists who are available here and provide their specialty. So for innovation, we are also aiming towards IoT monitoring. We have covered 29 of our villages where we are providing IoT solutions for the improvement of the water delivery. So we monitor quality and quantity through these IoT solutions, and we are attempting to digitize all our water supply infrastructure. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Komal. How long you have been there in your district, SAS Nagar?
So it has been 9 months.
Okay, so I think I have visited your district in the month of August.
Yes,
Swachh
sir.
Bharat
Yes,
Mission.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I visited one of the panchayats of your district where I saw this Thapar model. So they are doing excellent work there with very bare minimum support from the government to the extent of 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees. And the total cost component is to the extent of 40 lakh rupees. So people
Sir.
have contributed more than 38 lakh rupees for their own structure and they are managing it well. So I think that's a very good effort made by the district administration with the support of Gram Panchayat. And again, this Punjab is already Har Ghar Jal village. What we understand is that O&M arrangement. You have completed a number of schemes. I have seen a number of schemes in your district. Some of the villages are doing excellent work as far as O&M is concerned. But for some villages, there are some issues. How are you going to address it?
So that's what I mentioned also. Focus is on the maintenance also. For this, we are ensuring the community engagement and the capacity building of our committees. So the revenue collection here in our district is very good. It's close to 90%. And to ensure this revenue collection only, we have also supplied POS machine. It has been a very successful idea where our pump operator goes house to house and collects the revenue. So apart from this, the technical training is also being provided. So some of our schemes, as you rightly mentioned, since many of our schemes are now old also, so we are working on the augmentation of these schemes, which also includes bifurcation of a few schemes into two schemes. So we have such 34 such projects going on here in our district, which we will be soon launching. So with the regular support of the department and handholding of the panchayats, we are ensuring the operation and maintenance.
I would like to understand if Nal Jal Mitras are available in every panchayat or not.
So they are available in every panchayat. They are the member of the GPWSC also.
And they are properly trained?
So we have ensured extensive training of each of them, plus their regular training sessions also which are held. The recent restructuring of these committees were done after the elections which were held in the month of December last year. And with that restructuring, training sessions were held for each of the committees and the members.
Okay, so Komal, thank you for making the presentation and making us aware about your other efforts. You just mentioned about your this online collection of your
IoT,
user charges. So if
yes,
you share the detail with us, it will be very helpful for us to inform other district collectors. They can also take it forward. So that will
right.
be helpful for us. So okay, thank you. Thank you, Komal,
Thank you
for
so
making the presentation. Thank you.
Now I would like to make a request to Mr. Romil Singh, Deputy Commissioner, Leh. Mr. Romil Singh.
Good evening, sir.
Your name.
Yeah, good evening, Romil.
Yes, sir. I am Romil Singh Dong, sir, District Magistrate Leh.
You
Sir,
are
we
there
are
for how long, Romil?
Sir, I am in Ladakh for 2 years now, sir, and in Leh about 6 months, sir.
Okay, so I visited Leh in the month of September.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was
Your
here
other
only, sir.
colleague from Kargil, Rakesh is there, na?
Yes, sir. In Kargil, yes, sir.
So Rakesh, I had interaction with Rakesh and you were visiting with the LG. So that's
Yes,
why
sir. Yes, sir.
we could not meet. I met the Chief Secretary Ladakh.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
in any case, now this is the opportunity for the meeting. So please go ahead with your presentation.
Yes, sir. So we are here to talk about a mission that is close to the heart of every Ladakhi, sir. We are here to talk about Chu in Ladakhi language, water, sir. To understand our model, sir, we must first understand where we live, sir. You have visited it also, sir. Leh is not just a district, it is a high altitude cold desert, sir. Here, water has never been a simple commodity that flows endlessly from a tap. It has always been a reverence, a blessing from the glacier, sir. For centuries, our ancestors survived by mastering the art of water management, sir. They built zincs to catch the melting ice of the day to use it by the night. They carved khulls, intricate canals to guide life to our barley fields. They understood equity so deeply that in ancient times they even deployed officials whose sole duty were to ensure that every family, regardless of their status, received their fair share of water. But despite this wisdom, sir, this winter has always brought fear. For generations, when the temperature dipped to around -20 or -30 degrees Celsius, our sources froze. Women and children would trek kilometers through snow, breaking ice to fetch a bucket of water also. So when the Jal Jeevan mission was announced, many said that it was impossible here in Ladakh. How do you promise running tap water in a land that freezes for 5 months a year, sir? But as of today, sir, November 27, 2025, the data, we have a total of 21,688 households in Leh district. And I want to inform you that we have provided FHTCs to almost 21,505 of these homes. That is a coverage of 99.16%, sir. We are within the touching distance of 100% saturation. Out of our 115 villages, 109 have reported themselves as Har Ghar Jal villages, and around 100 have been fully certified. This isn't just about pipes and cement, sir. It represents 21,000 families who, for the first time in history, do not have to step out of the freezing cold to fetch their basic necessities. So, next slide. So, sir, I want to tell you about how we monitor and implement JGM scheme in Ladakh, sir, in Leh, sir. So, sir, institutional building is the foundation of JGM in Leh, sir. We constitute around block level WSCs, where the BDC chair. This committee comprises of all sarpanches, panches and panchayat secretaries of the respective block to monitor and support during the implementation of JGM works. These committees have decentralized planning and monitoring. They make sure that decisions are taken closer to the village level, sir. We also trained Panchayati Raj institution members so that they understood JJM work, technical components, and monitoring practices. This enables them to take ownership and supervise the schemes effectively during the execution. So, in short, sir, we empowered our local bodies to take responsibility for planning and monitoring. We also formed committees and teams to conduct physical inspection in every village to ensure that the work is actually completed as reported, with the checklist also provided to every member. PRIs were specially trained to monitor water supply scheme themselves, increasing local ownership and accountability. These physical verification findings are uploaded on a portal that we have built, jaljeevanladakh.in, and this improves transparency because the public can see what is happening in their village. So to make the system transparent and responsive to people's need, we launched online grievance portal. Anyone can register a complaint there and related to water supply and track their status online also. Toll-free number and WhatsApp facility is also provided. This makes it easy for even remote villager to register issues without coming to the office. So because in Leh now, sir, internet has been provided to almost every village. So internet connectivity is not a problem. So we are they cannot come here, but they can do work through internet communication. So, sir, this three-way system, portal plus phone plus WhatsApp, ensures fast, accessible grievance redressal for all beneficiaries. We have also formed social accountability and audit system. At the village level, social audit was conducted through SDMs in every panchayat with the mass public participation. These are mandatory and involve local villages reviewing quality of work, second expenditure, third outcomes, and also the functionality of connections. Social audit reports are also uploaded on that portal, sir, for everyone to see. So that is one of the component of public disclosure. This ensures that the community trusts the process and that the works remain transparent. Next slide, please. So we have also done effective IEC plans and implemented them. IEC is extremely important in JJM because people need awareness to manage water responsibly. Our IEC strategy includes spreading awareness at the grassroots level, explaining the importance of water quality and testing, promotion of water conservation techniques, encouraging community participation, and improving household behavior toward water usage. So a strong IEC plan ensures that people not only receive water, but they also understand how to conserve it and manage it properly. Next slide, please. So these are some of the snippets of our IEC activities. We have carried out IEC programs at the village level so that information directly reaches the people. Next slide, please. So this is our model village in Matho village. So we have implemented a unique dripper pipe network under JJM, sir. So I want to take a few minutes to talk about how we did this because standard engineering doesn't work in Ladakh. If you lay a standard pipe here, it will freeze and burst in January. We had to innovate. Our model achievement in this regard is the Matho village water supply scheme. Next slide, please. So Matho is located in a Chushot block, a terrain that is unforgiving and very harsh climate. To bring water here, we implemented a continuous flow dripper system and innovation of Himalayan engineering. The philosophy is simple: standing water freezes, but moving water survives. We designed a system where water is in constant slow motion. The technology is that we utilize a tree-based network design that ensures stable flow distribution across different elevations. But the real magic lies in the dripper, sir. So we use color-coded drippers to regulate the flow. We have three kinds of drippers. One is red dripper, the second is green dripper, and third is gray dripper. So, sir, we ensure around 70 liter per day per capita water supply to every villager, every family, according to their family sizes. So, we have ensured that the water never stops moving inside the pipes, preventing freezing even at minus 25 degrees Celsius. It also ensures inequity. The house at the top of the hill gets the same amount of water as the house at the bottom. No one takes more, no one takes less. Also, it doesn't depend on the financial capability of the houses. It depends on the equity that every person receives that 70 liter of water every day, throughout night. The household setup is like this, sir. To ensure the water doesn't freeze at the tap end, the storage tanks are placed inside the houses or within greenhouses, sir. The water drips continuously into these tanks, ensuring 24/7 supply of 70 liters per person per day, meeting the highest JJM standards. This project with a 63-kilometer pipeline cost around 6.64 crores also. Is now a blueprint for district lake. We are trying to replicate it in other villages also. So the planning is decentralized. We constitute block level around this Matho village also. The household level setup works like this. A pipe reaches every home from the main network. The dripper gives a small continuous flow 24/7. This slow flow fills a storage tank throughout the day. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. This slow flow fills a storage tank throughout the day. The tank is placed inside the greenhouse to prevent water freezing. This ensures that even in -20 or -30 degree temperature, water doesn't freeze. Next slide, please. So this is a tree-based network, sir. Source is natural spring, and there are break pressure chambers also that regulate pressures across elevations. Two main distribution branches are there to improve balance and simplify maintenance. And household tanks are with smart controls. Each household storage tank is equipped with pressure regulating drippers and facilitating equitable monitoring, accurate consumption tracking, and fair distribution among all users. Next slide, please. So this is the blueprint of our plan. There are two branches, one to the right side of a nala and other to the other side of the nala. To ensure water safety, we have HDPE pipes, high velocity flow, and filters to prevent dripper blockage also. And drippers give fixed quantities. All the three drippers give fixed quantities according to their capabilities. No water wastage is there, and because this is a water scarce region, and due to global warming, water scarcity is increasing also. It avoids dispute between the families in the villages. This is a perfect example of engineering customized for Himalayan ecosystems. Next slide, please. So this is regarding this also, sir, the preventing freezing, ensuring safe water, and equal distribution purpose. Next slide, please. So this is the our roadmap to Ghar Jal certification. Sir, we have only 150 households remaining in Nubra subdivision of the Leh district, where we have to provide 150 FHTCs only, and we will try to complete it within months only, sir. So we will achieve 100% certification, sir. We launched a dedicated district level campaign also, campaign for Ghar Jal Ghar certification also. We prioritized community participation through village communities, and they were involved to verify service delivery on the ground, fostering transparency. Timely submission was there, and we want to achieve HGJ certification for all of the districts. Next slide. So this is the dripper. This is planted in that syntax tank, and the drippers give water according to the family sizes. Next slide. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Romil. A number of things to discuss with you. First of all, thank you very much for making the presentation. In fact, I had the opportunity to visit Matho village with your team, engineering teams, and I had the opportunity to interact with local people also. I have seen the arrangements there. So, two, three things are very, very important. First, I would like to request you to make a very good film on this particular topic, if you can get it done to the extent of 2 to 3 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes. We would like to make it as a case study for the other freezing zones. So if you can get it done and share it with us, we would also like to flash it in our various social media platform to make people aware about this innovation. So that will help us. Secondly, when I visited Leh, I had the opportunity to meet some of the army officers. When I was visiting Gurudwara Patha Sahib, so but the commandant of the local army team came to me to take support, and he told me that during the peak winters, they have to wait for sun to come, or they have to use fire for this ice to for melting of ice.
Yes.
I think you have the idea, but they have no idea about this technology and this mechanism. So my
Right.
request is that since you are the DC of the headquarters, you should have one interaction with local army team. Please make them aware about your this arrangement because they have the resources. They can get it done for their own team. But since they don't have any idea about this thing, I have requested your engineering team to discuss the issues with them. But again, I would request, as a deputy commissioner, you are there. You must be interacting with the army officials very regularly, and they are facing this kind of challenge in the winter season. So please make them aware so that they can also use this technology for their own establishments.
Right.
Most important thing for Ladakh is that arrangement of operation and maintenance.
Yes.
The resources are not there. How are you going to maintain these things? These are very, very important. So during my visit, I requested the Chief Secretary Ladakh. I met him twice, and we have also requested the Ministry of Home Affairs to provide resources for O&M to the UTs who don't have sufficient resources. So we need to do a lot of work in hilly areas. Uh, Source sustainability is very, very important in your area. Please see the revised NREGA guidelines. Please call all the stakeholders, utilize the NREGA fund available with your district, and please focus on source sustainability
Right.
because these streams are also drying up. In future we just don't know the availability of water. So this source sustainability in hilly areas is very, very important. My request to you is to call them during your review of DWSM and give them the very specific task for source sustainability. Because in future, after 3, 4 years or 5 years, uh, uh, any deputy commissioner in your place will be facing such kind of issues. So that's very,
Yes.
very important. So please pay attention to this. And again, thank you very much for making the presentation. And we would request you to send the videos to us so that we can amplify it from here. Thank you, Romil.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now I would like to make a request, Mr. Abhilash Barnwal, Deputy Commissioner, Rebhui, Meghalaya.
Very good afternoon, sir. So this is Abhilash Vertwal.
Yeah, good afternoon, Abhilash. Please go ahead.
Sir, sorry for, connecting from my
No issue,
laptop
no
because
issue.
somehow
It happens. Please go ahead.
Sir, so I'll quickly, sir, I'm the Deputy Commissioner for Riboi district. It's a fairly large district, sir, 2,400 plus square kilometers, but it's sparsely populated since it's mostly hilly. Our total population is around 3.3 kilometers, sir. I'll quickly run you through the brief statistics of Jal Jeevan mission within Riboi district, sir. Next slide, please. So as you can see, sir, we have almost 63,000 households, and before 2019, sir, only 2% households were connected. As of now, sir, 85.4% of households have been connected by the intervention of Jal Jeevan Mission scheme. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Riboi district.
आप उनको भी अनम्यूट कीजिए. Abhilash, please go ahead.
Next slide, please. Sir, am I audible,
Yeah,
sir?
please. Yeah, please.
So as you can see on the screen, sir, 85% of the schools, 82.9% of the Anganwadi centers, and 100% of the health centers have been covered, sir. And these all, I mean, whatever gap is currently in the statistics, sir, will be able to cover all these schools and Anganwadi centers by March 2026. Next slide, please. Sir, so in Ribhoi, sir, as it is quite a sparsely populated district, being predominantly hilly, the number of total schemes is also quite large, sir. For 582 census villages, we have 521 water supply schemes, out of which, sir, 491 have been reported and 167 have been certified as of now. And sir, we are taking almost weekly review regarding the certification process. We are engaging very heavily with the community to ensure that the certification process is also completed by March 2026. Next slide, please. So in all the 100% villages, so over here, sir, the strength of Meghalaya is the community and the active involvement of women in every sphere of activity. So in Meghalaya, sir, in Ribhoi, we have trained 5 women in every village for using the FTK, and so that coverage is at 100% already. More than 2,600 women have already been trained. Next slide, please. This is a statistical representation of the same, sir. Next slide. Now, sir, I'll come to the best practices, sir. One practice which we have mentioned over here is, sir, I mean, a unique challenge that we face in Meghalaya is that most of the water sources are either on community land owned by the village, or many of our sources are even on private lands.
Concluding बना दीजिए.
So to be able to complete any water supply scheme, we have to engage with community from the very start. In fact, for many of these schemes, to be able to even get NOC from the village to be able to use their source has been a big challenge for us. So that basically mandates us to engage with community at from not just from the very start, but on a very extensive level as well. And so that basically, sir, this challenge quickly converted into an opportunity as well, because the involvement of community from the very start and from the very design of the scheme as well has led to very far greater ownership of this entire infrastructure than what we would have expected. For example, sir, there is this Pahamjari village where the source is deep inside the jungle. People have to walk at least 4 to 5 kilometers within the jungle to reach the source, and yet, sir, they have taken the ownership of maintaining the source. Although we have indulged in regular IEC activities, and we have involved them from the very beginning, but simultaneously, what they have done is, through convergence with different departmental schemes and through their voluntary work, they have been able to not only just maintain the source but also augment the same as well. They have undertaken works like cleaning of the water source, fencing of the water source, as well as different plantation activities at the water source regularly, as a result of which, even in the lean season, they are able to get 24/7 water supply, sir. So similarly, similar success stories are from all across the district, whether it is Narthap village or Mapunshad, just to name a few, sir. We have been able to inculcate that community ownership amongst the village level people, not just to maintain the source, but also to be able to undertake the operation and maintenance. So as the other DCs have also reported, sir, we are also trying to upskill as many people as possible from the local communities to be able to operate as valve operators or meter readers, masonry, etc. So that is an ongoing process, sir. Simultaneously, sir, one more practice that has not been shared in the presentation, which I would like to mention over here, is that because of the change in rainfall patterns in our district, many of our water sources which have been selected for these water supply schemes, they are not really able to support the water supply, especially during the lean season from November till March. So what happens is, especially if these schemes are pumping schemes, a lot of hamlets do not get water. Sometimes the village has rationed water supply in a manner that some hamlets are deprived, or some community institutions like some of these schools have also reported that village does not provide them water. So what we have done, sir, is that we have undertaken a thorough review of all these pumping schemes. Our team from PHE, they prepared customized SOPs for all these villages, which have been handed over the entire infrastructure. And we have sat down with them in order to make them understand how they can ration the water better, especially in lean seasons, to be able to ensure that every household and every community institution gets water. So that is one practice that has yielded immense results, and now we are seeing an much improved saturation of, or I should say that much improved supply of water, especially to the community institutions which were, or the hamlets which were erstwhile being deprived of the water supply, sir. So these are the two practices, sir, that we wanted to highlight from Ribhoi. Next slide, please. Sir, this is the video, sir, but that's too long, sir. So it's a 15-minute video, sir.
You can show the important segment of your video for a minute or two.
Te hagipor ki manusia bayasong mga bat kami kami ikun kajing jenjar kajing stom na kaliang jom ke umbam umdi hadin katapat.
Can we go to the last part where the water source is being cleaned?
Lewat nakiwa kiwa.
13 minutes to the 13 minutes.
Ini ba lapen yo ingi kene ka manglapen penonkom kum kinong senong senong tinggi bahan seri. Call Malay, ada lombar, baju training, nak JJM, impek kami akan kecinong lada du, cepat, ke ke wak long, nong pek nong kami aku senong kami.
So that's all, sir, from our end.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, Abhilash. Thank you for making the presentation from Ribhoi. As you know that we are very much concerned about the sources in the hilly states. It's true for Meghalaya also. We have been requesting all the deputy commissioners, district collectors to have regular meeting of GWSM. We have also provided the dashboard. We are providing the input through the dashboard, because source is very, very important issue, and it is a matter of concern for all those states where the sources are depleting. So as Deputy Commissioner, our expectation is that you need to pay attention to the sources, their rejuvenation, their strengthening, their sustenance. These are very, very important things. And how can you coordinate with other departments for resources and other things? That is very, very important. So I think you must be paying attention to this issue. I would like to hear from you.
Sir, so we are conducting regular meetings of the DWSM, sir. And as you said, sir, in hilly states, especially with the changing rainfall pattern, the source sustainability has become the utmost concern, sir, because all the infrastructure is useless if the source itself is not able to sustain the water supply. So as you have very rightly suggested, sir, it calls for convergence of the various departments and various initiatives from central and the state governments. So we are regularly conducting these meetings wherein we are calling people from DRDA and Soil and Water Conservation and Forest Department for carrying out convergence activities and ensuring that these sources are sustained. One of the challenges that we have faced is that many of our water sources are in private lands. So sometimes we don't really get the permission from the person who is owning the source to carry out plantation activities, or if or we what we have seen is that in one or two sources there has been such certain excavation activities, as well as let's say sir, felling of trees as well, being a 6th scheduled district, which has adversely impacted the source, sir. So we have to, so as a result, sir, we are engaging with, not, I mean, in those cases we are not just engaging with the departments, but we are also engaging with the religious leaders. We are also engaging with the local representatives to try and make sure that the sources remain sustainable, sir.
Once again, thank you, Abhilash, for making presentation, and we are looking forward for comparatively better arrangements in your district. And thank you very much once again.
Just one. How do you involve
you,
local community, Mr.
Abhilash, one question from my colleague Umesh ji.
How do you involve the local community?
Sir, so the local communities have been involved from the very start of the entire conceptualization of this scheme, because as I said, sir, most of these sources are in community lands, are in private lands. So without their support, without their involvement, even tapping those sources is not possible. So what we try to do is I mean, one of the strength of Meghalaya is a very thriving local community structure, and the traditional authorities are also quite active, and they are quite powerful as well. So we try and we engage them from the very start. We try to involve them and give them an ownership, a sense of ownership from the very start of the project. Simultaneously, we heavily rely on our SHG interactions, and simultaneously, sir, during the village employment council meetings, etc., we try and emphasize on the points of maintaining the water source as well as taking ownership of the entire infrastructure. So there are various level of interactions, sir, that we keep on having with them to try and harp on the point that this is something that they have to own and take ownership about.
Because this is all about the objective of the JJM. We will have to involve the community to make it successful. And how do you build their capacity? Do you run?
Sir, so for building the capacity, so at the very bare minimum, sir, for all the villages, we have asked them to forward names of people who can be trained as masons as well as plumbers. So they have been trained by PHE department itself. Simultaneously, sir, what we have done is we have asked our PHE department, especially for the pumping schemes, to identify local individuals in consultation with the local community who can be trained for different aspects of operation and maintenance. And we are converging with MSSDS, which is Meghalaya State Skill Development Society, and engaging a local training partner to try and give them the necessary training, sir.
So thank you, Ribhoi, once again. We wanted to discuss the issue with the District Collector Tiruvallur, but because of his pressing engagement, we are not in a position to interact with the District Collector. We will take up this Tamil Nadu in the next phase when we conduct this.
Myself, project director, available for present.
Thank you. Thank you. We will take up Tiruvallur in the next round of Peyjal Samvad. Let your district collector come back after your prior assignments. We will take up your district in the next round. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Once again, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the deputy commissioners, district collectors who are present here, and the officers who are present from the district. This is very, very important. This is the third session of our collectors Peyjal Samvad, and we are very, very confident that we will take up some more good examples from the districts, and we will continue this effort regularly. And thank you from our side. I will request my colleague Umeshji to conclude and go further. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all the senior officers of the district and AS and MD sir for participating in the today's meeting. We had a detailed deliberation and detailed presentation made by the 5 deputy commissioners of 5 states. One, Tamil Nadu, could not make a presentation due to some emergent circumstances. So I would like to thank all the participants for attending this meeting, and I hope this will continue in our future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.